Lonely Hearts Club. Suppose that the number of boys is n and the number of girls is m, and n is greater than m. Think of n as a 10 and m as a 7. So I have more boys than girls, 3 more boys. Clearly, in any matching, stable or not, some 3 boys will be left out. Okay. In any stable matching, no, actually in any matching, stable or not, n minus m, the remaining, the 3 boys, will remain unmatched. Does the fate of the unmatched boys depend on the matching? Might an unmatched boy be paired in a different stable matching? Maybe that some boy is unmatched in one stable matching, but is matched in another one. So maybe that being lucky, if you are lucky, you are matched. If you are unlucky, you are unmatched. Is it a matter of being lucky? Alas, for the bachelors, the answer is no. What does it mean? The unmatched boys are the same in every stable matching. If you are unfortunate in one stable matching, it will not help you. You are going to continue to be unfortunate in every stable matching. So I put a proof, but I don't want to go through this. You can read, it's not difficult. But remember, I left it for you to read and to be convinced that if some boy here is unmatched in one stable matching, then he must be unmatched in all other stable matches. Next, don't be so picky. Who is to be blamed if a person remains unmatched? Maybe he is to be blamed. Maybe if changed his preferences, he would find a mate. Don't be picky. You can change your preference. Perhaps an unemployed physicist would find a job if he only puts the municipal sanitation department rather than Motorola at the top of his list. Change. You wanted Motorola and much less municipal sanitation department. Change the order. Maybe it will help you to be matched. Better than to not to have any job. The answer is no. A change of preferences will not change his position in any stable matching. Wow, that is something strong. So you can, if you have to submit your preference and you want to pay strategically, maybe you want to submit different preference so that you will get some better outcome. Don't bother. Okay, it will not help you. The answer, it will stay the same. Unemployed cannot help it. That's the, and here the reason why you can't get it. So you read it. It's not very important. It is important, but we can do without it. I encourage you to read it. Now, exercise for the spin dating exercise. Show that in the spin dating example that we start the topic, there is exactly one stable matching in addition to the girl proposing and boy proposing DAA. We show what was the third one, but it is quite challenging to show that there is nothing else. Some exercises. If all boys prefers Cleo to all other girls, show that in any stable matching, Cleo is matched to the same boy. Okay? Who is the lucky one? It's obviously the one that she likes the most. Assume that there is the same number of boys and girls. Okay, it's balanced. Xantipa is last on every boy's preference list. Show that in any stable matching, Xantipa is matched to the same boy. It should be here, the H and the A should change order. Xantifa is matched to the same boy. Suppose all boys have the same preference over girls. Show that there exists a unique stable matching. It's actually easy to find out what is it. I leave you that as an exercise. And now we are moving to the last topic of the same topic, but the last section of it. This is the kidney exchange, which actually comes from house swapping algorithm that was also was done by Gale, this time not by Shapley, just by Gale, and it's called the top trading cycles algorithm. So, and by the way, everything comes, the same idea, this is with the same idea as very similar treatment as for the matching that we just studied. Kidney exchange enables transplantation where it otherwise could not be accomplished. It overcomes the frustration of a biological obstacle to transplantation. A wife may need a kidney and a husband may want to donate, but they have a blood type incompatibility or something else, antibodies, that makes donation impossible. Now they can do exchange. The National Organ Transplant Act forbids the creation of binding contracts for organ transplant. Let's sign a contract that I'll donate to your wife and you are going to donate to my wife. So, such contracts are not allowed. So procedures have to be performed roughly simultaneously. So we can come together and make the operation together. 2 pairs of patients means 4 operating rooms and 4 surgical teams acting in concert with each other. 3 pairwise exchange is even less feasible. At 12 parties, 6 donors and 6 recipients, kidney exchange was performed in April 2008 in Kansas City. Exchanges are also made in which a donor patient pair makes a donation to someone on the queue for a cadaver kidney, in case somebody died in an accident or so, in return for the patient in the pair receiving the highest priority for a compatible cadaver kidney when one becomes available. Maybe that we are not only six couples, but or I don't know, 60 for that matter. But it may be that I need a kidney and none of yours fits mine. Okay, and let's say that my partner is willing to donate for me. Okay, but I cannot get anything from you. It is not compatible. In that case, my partner may donate to one of yours, but in exchange, I will be on top of the list, waiting list for cadaver. Before kidney exchange was feasible, a patient identified a healthy donor, spouse, let's say, and if the transplant was feasible on medical ground, appropriate blood types and absence of positive cross-match antibodies, etc., it was carried out. So I have to wait for somebody and to get it. Otherwise, the patient entered the queue for a cadaver kidney while the donor returned home. And so that was very inefficient. For direct exchange of living donor-recipient pairs, Alvin Roth extended Gale's top trading cycles mechanism to work it out who is going to donate to whom. The ranking of patient over all donors, including herself, and including cadavers, comes from maximizing the probability of successful transplant. So how I rank? First of all, I want to see from all possible donors in the room, who fits me best. Then I rank top. Then I'll say, okay, if that I cannot get, who fits second, etc. At some point, I don't want to take any of one of you. It's too risky, and I'll wait for cadaver. So I'm trying to maximize the probability of a successful transplant. One can choose W, waiting for cadavers, as part of the ranking of patients. Now I want to tell you the algorithm that they can use, more or less, they use for kidney exchange, based on what Gale called the house swapping game. So I'll tell you what is the original example or model of David Gale, but then that was for house swapping game, and then we'll write in parentheses how it relates to kidney exchange. So there are N traders, kidney exchange couples, A, B, C, up to, let's say, N. A owns house small a. If you like, the couple A owns healthy kidney, called the kidney small a. Okay, so if one couple, called the couple A, husband and wife, let's say, owns healthy kidney of one of them. B owns house B. Couple B owns healthy kidney B, etc., etc. C, etc. The traders, here are the couples, can transfer ownership or can transfer kidney among themselves in any way they please, but at the end, each has to have only one kidney, one house. Each trader, every couple, has a simple ranking of all the houses, all kidneys, no ties. No side payments are allowed. I cannot pay you, or we cannot do anything. I cannot pay you money to get from you. It should be done all together. Okay, so by the way, with the house, I have a house, but maybe I like your house better than mine, and you like my house better than you. We can swap. Okay? The house swapping game is exactly, think of the house as the kidney, and the capital A, B, C, D, E, F are the couples, the donor recipient A, etc., etc. But now I will concentrate on the house swapping. Is the same thing. So A, the owner of house A, prefers the house of C more than on E, more than F, more than A, more than B, more than D. B prefers B first, then A, then C, etc., etc., like in our previous treatment. Note that actually B likes his own house better than anything else. Okay? So, I mean, clearly B will get his own house. He will not exchange it with another house. For example, however, look on E and F. E likes F better than his house himself, and F likes E more than his house. So by exchanging the houses between E and F, they can do better. But maybe we can do even better by exchanging three, a cycle of three, etc. For example, E and F would each move up in a notch if they exchange houses. Claim: there is always a reallocation of the houses such that no coalition of traders, no subset of traders could have done better for all of its members by trading only among themselves. You know, maybe that we have here A, B, C, D, E, F, maybe B, D, and E can get together, exchange among themselves, and get better outcome. So the claim is that there is a way always to allocate the houses or kidney exchanges in such a way that no subgroup will create and say, we don't want what we are offered by the son, the one that is doing all this. What we are getting, we can do just by exchanging among the three of us. We can do better for all of us. So that's not the case. So now the top trading cycle algorithm, how it works. So remember, this is what's written here is the ranking. So what I do is very simple. I go on the top of the list. That's why they call the top trading, the top on the list. And I put points A, B, C, D, E, F, any place that you want on the plan. I don't care. However, I have to point out from A that we go to C. B goes to B, C goes to E, D goes to C, etc. So let's look here how it is done. I throw the points. So first A, B, F, C, D, E, doesn't matter how you put it. However, A must be pointed out to C. B has to point out to B, to himself. C is pointed out to E. D to C. D to C. E to D. E point out to D. And F to B. F is point out to B. So this is actually what's going on here. Now what we do, we look for cycles. So one cycle is C to E, E to D, D to C. So here is an exchange. C will get the house of E, E will get the house of D, and D will get the house of C. Okay? So look here, C, D, E. C, that he likes the most E, will take the house of E. E will take the house of D. And D will take the house of C, and they are extremely happy. And B will take his house. You see, this is another cycle, B to itself. So first of all, that is the best they can do. So we do that. After doing it, I remove this, and I will remove C, D, E, and B. I'll remove out, and I will be left with F and A. So find the step 2, find the top trading cycle by starting from any vertex and following the arrows until the path loops back to itself. So I could do it C, or B. C, or B. So I do it. Step 3, delete from the ranking table all traders appearing in the top trading cycle discovered in step 2 and return to step 1 if any traders are left. Look, what left here, A was, I'm taking out C, D, B, C, D, E. B, C, D. So what about A? I take out B, C, D, A. So A left out, so I left, but I take out A also. I left with A and F. A and F. So that's fine. So I take B, C, D, E, and from F, and this take out because B is out, C is out, C, D, E traded, and I left with F. But from F, what houses are out? The houses are out are C, B, D, and F. So what do I have? I have A that prefer F on A, and also F that prefers F on A. So it goes like this. This is the ranking after deleting everything that I delete everything with C, E, D, B. I left only with A and F. So A likes F the most, and F like F the most. So what we take F is getting his house, and then after taking the F out, I left with A takes his house. So the exchange, if you like, is A gets his house, B gets his house, C gets E, D gets C, and E gets D, and F gets his house. That's the allocation. Let's take another example. Let's say the ranking, I have A, B, C, D, F, and the ranking is as appeared here. So A is directed to E. A is directed to E. B to D, B to D, C to C, so to itself, D to F, D to F, E to C, E goes to C, and F to E. F goes to E. So this is what we have. Now I'm looking for a cycle. So the only cycle that I see is just C to itself. So first iteration is this. Let us delete C and C. So I take C out and I know that C will remain with his kidney or with his house. So now I take C out and I take C from every place. So I have the new one is this. So I'm doing the same thing, okay, but now A goes to E as before, B goes to D, D goes to F, and the E goes to itself, and F goes to E. So now I'm going to have E to itself, so the only one is E to itself. Second iteration, E gets his house, and let us delete E and E. So from now that I take E out, first of all I take E out, and his house. So I left with A, D, F, B, A, etc. D, F, B, A, and all this. So now I do again, A pointed out to D, B to D, D to F, and F to itself. That's after deleting. So again, F will get his own house, and now I have to take F from here, from here, from here, and actually from here. So I have A, D, B, A, B, D, A, B, D, D, A, B, the same. So let's A going to D, B also going to D, and D go to itself. So clearly D is going to be the fourth iteration. D is getting his own house, but until now everyone got his own. Fifth iteration, so now I left with A and B, and the ranking after I take D out, A prefer BA and BAB. So in that case, what we get, I get AB, so this is what left. So A prefer B, B prefer A, I make the exchange between A and B. So A get B, B get A, and all the rest gets their own house. And with that example, you'll have other examples in the new problem set and other places. And by that, I'm happy to say that we completed the course on strategically thinking. I hope that you enjoyed the course, and I wish you all the best. Congratulations.